At 6, a Richmond man says he's fed up with the U.S. Postal Service. He says a check he mailed from the Brook Road Post Office never reached its destination. But even worse, when it did show up, it was forged and cashed by somebody else. After months of trying to get answers from the Postal Service, he reached out to the On Your Side investigators. Franklin White went to work to get answers, and he's here with more. Franklin.
So not only is he dealing with that stolen check, Riley, he's also frustrated because the checks he needs to cash and pay his employees are delayed weeks. He filed a complaint in March, and now months later, he's hoping we can get the help he needs.
The company was created in 1967 by my grandfather.
They share the same passion.
I'm very proud of what we've accomplished off of what he sacrificed to get this company started.
And even the same name.
So he's Charles Womble Sr., my dad is Charles Womble Jr., and I'm the third.
But the two of them have never met.
I never got to meet him because I was born in '69. This here is
for nearly 40 years.
Cases of stretch film that actually is used to wrap pallets.
Ricky, as he goes by, has been working tirelessly to nurture, grow, and continue the legacy his grandfather started 58 years ago, starting first as a full-time employee at 19 years old to now the CEO of SSI Packaging Group Incorporated.
Over time it's evolved. We're now in 6 states from Maryland to Alabama.
But recently,
when it comes to the post office, the delivery of mail has really gone slow.
He says he's been dealing with persistent postal problems with their P.O. box at the Brook Road Post Office.
We signed up a while back for the informed delivery, where we get an email every morning of what mail we're supposed to be getting at our P.O. box up here on Brook Road. And we go up there and it's not there.
Telling the On Your Side investigators that since May, he has at least 20 pieces of mail, many of them checks that have not been delivered, money he uses to help keep his business running.
It affects the cash flow of the business. I mean, you still have overhead expenses, you have vendors you have to pay, you have employees you have to pay. And when the checks are delayed, it's just an effect all the way down, and we don't want to hold money back from anybody.
And on top of that, Ricky was also faced with fraud. He said in March he mailed a check worth $877 from the Brook Road location to a company in Henrico. He says the check never reached its destination. Instead, it was altered and cashed fraudulently. Ricky says he's tried multiple times to get to the bottom of this or get some answers, but so far, nothing.
I called, also filed a complaint online, and I did that on March 14th once we figured out what had happened. And it says here that you should hear from somebody in 1 to 3 days. So I called on March 21st, and they said, we don't know why you'll hear that. You'll eventually hear from them. And to this date, I've not heard a word from the Postal Inspector's office. It's very frustrating. It's extremely frustrating. I mean, here it is in June, and nobody has communicated to me.
That's when I gave it a try and emailed USPS. They told me this. The Inspector General's office would only confirm that it did receive Ricky's online complaint, but refused to tell me how the investigation is going. A spokesperson told me if Ricky wanted more information, he'd have to file a FOIA or Freedom of Information Act request. As for the $877, Ricky told me Truist Bank did refund him the full amount. Now Ricky is just hoping to put a stamp on this situation, not just for his employees and customers, but also for the man he wished he could have met.
We have had a good reputation with our vendors, our employees, and our customers that we pay our bills on time, we're there for you, and when you have these hiccups, it makes you look bad. And we work too hard to get us where we're at today from the foundation, and my grandfather started, to have those type of hiccups in a small business. And I don't know that the Postal Service understands the effects that it has on a small business.
So Ricky told me he did fill out the FOIA request and he will update me once he does hear back. If you have an issue with fraud or mail not arriving, we have a link to where you can report it to the Postal Service on our website, 12onyourSide.com. Riley?
Franklin, thank you.